very humble persons, humble boxers. They are great warriors, Aztec warriors. He is very thankful because they have helped each other through camps, and he believes that they are in great conditions and in great form to win these both fights in Puerto Rico.
Alrighty, our first question comes from Jeremy Heriges with Fansided. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hi, Roman. I'm curious, while working with both Baez brothers, what's really impressed you about them in camp, specifically, maybe something they do boxing-wise?
Hey, Carlos, were you able to hear that question?
No, at all. I did not hear that question.
Okay. Please.
All right, I'll try it. I'll go again.
Second, Jeremy.
Okay.
All right, Jeremy.
All right. I was curious, while working with both Baez brothers in camp, what specifically did they do boxing-wise that impressed them?
Trabajando con los dos hermanos Baez, ¿qué es lo que cada uno de ellos hace boxísticamente que te llamó la atención?
Bueno, lo fuerte que son, combinan muy bien su mano.
They're very strong and they know how to combine their punches very well. And they have a great work ethic.
As far as I'm assuming that he worked with them to kind of mimic Estrada's style in camp, are there similarities between their styles and Estrada's, or are they different in some way?
Ya que lo ha utilizado, inclusive trabajaste con ellos para esta pelea que peleaste con Estrada. ¿Tienen algunas similitudes con Estrada que vos le viste?
Sí, la combinación, lo fuerte que son.
Yes, definitely. The combination of punch, like he said before, and also their strength. They're very strong.
Son guerreros, van adelante, han demostrado, ¿verdad?
They always push forward like Estrada also.
Y sin duda, pues, yo creo que los dos van a ganar esta pelea porque van en las mejores condiciones.
And they have great condition, which is definitely a great factor.
Final question for me, and I'll pass it on. As far as the fight with Estrada, I'm curious, as he watched it back, and what were some of the things that if he did, what were some of the things he took away from watching it again?
¿Ha logrado ver la pelea con Estrada otra vez?
Truco, nada más.
No, only highlights.
Did he have any reaction to what he saw, as far as what he could take away from it?
Sí, todo funcionó como lo debíamos, como se planeó en su momento en el campamento.
He believes that the work plan was well executed, what they had practiced in the gym. Unfortunately, the decision wasn't there.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time.
Our next question comes from Gail Falkenthal. Go ahead, Gail.
Good afternoon, Ramon. It's been many, many years since you were a prospect, of course, but can you think back and talk about how important these opportunities are to young fighters like the Baez brothers will have with Ring City, what that meant in your career and what it will mean for them this week?
Hace muchísimos años que vos no sos un prospecto. ¿Qué puedes decir acerca de las oportunidades que se le están brindando a los hermanos Baez en Puerto Rico? Se ven como grandes prospectos. ¿Qué pensás vos de ser un prospecto y de que te brinden una oportunidad?
Bueno, más que todo lo están aprovechando lo máximo. Yo realmente, pues, los felicito a ellos porque han hecho un buen trabajo durante el tiempo que han estado en su carrera boxística y son muchachos que se lo merecen porque han batallado, ¿verdad? Para llegar a donde están.
He believes that it's a great opportunity, and he believes that they are two young fighters that are taking well advantage of their opportunities. They have a great staff behind them, and at the same time, they take advantage of the opportunities because you can see it in their work ethic in the gym. So he believes that these opportunities for prospects are a big step up, and they're ready.
And one follow-up question. As you worked with the Baez brothers and sparred with them, What do you think they learned from you? What did you try to teach them?
Roman, ya que ambos de los gemelos han bateado con vos, ¿qué es algo que vos crees que le enseñaste o algo que vos trataste de enseñarle durante algún bateo o durante estar en un campamento con ellos?
La experiencia ayuda mucho.
He, he,
Las cualidades que yo tengo, la condición, eso es una exigencia para que en el momento de su pelea ellos puedan tener buena condición en el momento de la pelea.
he believes that he tried to teach him a lot, that experience is very important, and at the same time that the condition inside the ring is very important. So he would always try to throw a lot of punch combinations during the sparrings so that they could be well accustomed to keeping a high intense interval training like heat within the ring.
Thank you so much, Roman. And thank you also for a terrific performance yourself a week or two ago.
Muchas gracias por también la pelea que diste hace una semana.
Thanks very much, Gail, for joining us. Again, if you have a question for Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, please use the raise hand function and I will call on you. I do have a quick question if you could ask him, Carlos. They're identical twin brothers, the Baez brothers. How does he tell them apart?
Roman, ya que son gemelos, ya que los gemelos Baez son idénticos, ¿cómo los distinguís? Because one of them in their last fight had some stitches in his head, so now he identifies them with the scar that they have, but before he couldn't.
Got it. Thanks very much. Okay. Our next question comes from Edward Quaich from Los Angeles Times Espanol. Go ahead, Edward.
Sí, Chocolatito, ¿me escuchas?
Te escucho.
Sí, Román, ¿cómo han sido estos días para ti? ¿Cómo has pasado estos días después de tu pelea?
Muy bien, ha sido tranquilo, feliz, porque estoy con mi familia, mis hijos, y pues estoy súper bien, gracias a Dios.
Y la segunda, si me podrías dar tu opinión sobre la suspensión de la AMB hacia el juez.
Buenísimo, es lo mejor que han hecho.
Thank you.
Can you interpret for us, Carlos?
Yes. The first question he asked, how do you feel since your last fight, Roman, against Estrada? And Roman answered, he feels very well. He feels happy. He feels loved with his family, and also very happy with the outcome of his preparation, although the decision wasn't there. And then he was asked regarding the suspension of the judge that gave the 117, 111 scorecard. How did he feel regarding that? He says he feels very good. It's the best that they've done, and he believes that it's trying to look towards justice for all the boxers, not just him.
Thank you very much. Our next question comes from Alfredo Berrios. Go ahead, Alfredo.
Thank you, Bernie. I'll do it both in Spanish and English. En español primero. Román, el trabajar con los como prospectos, ¿te motiva a continuar tu carrera luego en esta etapa y luego de esa amarga derrota? Román, working with prospects like the Baez brothers, does it motivate you to keep on going in your career after this unfortunate loss?
Es una alegría trabajar con los grandes prospectos, ¿verdad? Que van a ser los futuros campeones del mundo. Y así pues me motivo yo y lo motivamos todos para seguir adelante.
Carlos, can you interpret that, please?
I'll interpret if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah. He was asked how does it feel to be training alongside prospects, and do the prospects inspire you? And he says definitely, it's a great inspiration. It's a great fountain of youth to be able to train alongside prospects because they have great amount of energy and they make him feel that he still has also a lot of energy to give. And it's a great chemistry to be able to work alongside great prospects, not just prospects, but really good ones that help him improve his boxing.
Thanks very much, Carlos. Alfredo, do you have a follow-up question?
No, we're good. We're good. Thank
Our
you.
next question comes from Erica Montoya. Go ahead, Erica.
Hola, muy buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon to everyone. Román, primero que nada, muchísimas felicidades por la pelea que dieron. Ya tuvimos la oportunidad de hablar un poquito, pero me gustaría que ahondes sobre el tema psicológico de cómo afrontar esto y cómo salir adelante, porque a estas últimas semanas has mencionado en varias ocasiones que no colgarías los guantes, como lo dijiste terminando la pelea con Juan Francisco Estrada.
No, yo nunca he dicho eso, pero bueno, no, en ningún momento. Realmente estoy súper contento por el trabajo que hice, ¿verdad? Estoy muy bien, feliz, estando aquí con mi familia y pues hasta adelante, ¿verdad? Mental y físicamente estamos súper bien, agradecidos con Dios y vamos para adelante, esperando en Dios que vengan nuevas oportunidades y ir adelante.
Y nos encantaría, Erika, te saluda Carlos, nos encantaría que nos den la nota de cuando Román dijo eso, porque en ningún momento Román ha mencionado retirarse, muchísimo menos después de esa gran pelea que hizo, en ningún momento. Siempre nos encantaría que nos mencionen la nota, porque en ningún momento Román ha dicho que pensaría retirarse después de esa gran pelea.
No, digamos que fue la forma en la que declaró las cosas bajando del ring inmediatamente en la entrevista. Dio a entender que posiblemente ya no regresaría. Era justamente por lo que necesitaba una aclaración acerca del futuro inmediato de Román. Vaya, tomando en cuenta que él había dicho que su legado ya estaba completo y todo lo que vendría adelante sería extra.
Excelente.
Hablemos de los padres, no hablemos de la pelea. Sí, vamos a estar hablando de la pelea, mejor. Quiero hablar de los más.
Román, casi no te escuché. ¿Podrías repetir lo último?
Sí, si podemos hablar de los Baez, que es lo que le interesa poder exponer ahorita. En ningún momento ha pensado retirarse, pero que hablemos de los Baez, que es para lo que está ahorita en conferencia, para los gemelos Baez, no para hablar de la gran pelea y de la victoria que tuvo contra el Gallo Estrada.
Perfecto, muchas gracias.
Carlos, can you interpret that if you would, please?
Yeah, he was, Erica asked Roman, how did he feel psychologically about returning back to fighting, because she thought, under her presumption, that when he gave his post-fight interview, she thought that he was going to maybe retire, which is incorrect. Roman has never even given any hint of retiring. He gave an excellent fight, and he was not going to retire after that big victory he had on Saturday, just so Erica and everyone else can be understood. And then Roman said in his answer if she could ask them about the twins' bias, because that's what the press conference is about the bias, and he would love to keep on talking about the twins' bias, the future prospects, and the fight.
Great. Thanks very much, Carlos. Again, if you have a question for Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, please use the raise hand function on your Zoom app. Our next question comes from Carlos Toro. Go ahead, Carlos.
Hi, Roman. Thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. I wanted to ask, in the time that you spent working and knowing the Baez brothers, what's the one thing from both of them that you felt like they've improved the most as far as boxing is concerned? And what's one thing that you feel like those two can work on and improve on even more as their careers continue to develop?
De tu entrenamiento con los Baez y de cómo te fue con los Baez, ¿qué es algo que cree que ellos han mejorado desde que ustedes se conocen y desde que ustedes están entrenando juntos?
La experiencia, una de las cosas principales, las combinaciones, ¿verdad? mental y físicamente su cuerpo van bien entrenados para
He feels that they've learned how to combine their hands a little bit more with a lot faster junctions between punches, and at the same time he believes that their physical condition has also improved because they've been doing physical and strength with Roman and boxing training, so he feels that that's also improved in their boxing also.
I also wanted to ask, did Roman, did you get a chance to see Leonardo's last fight against Jason Maloney last year? And if so, what do you feel like went wrong with him, and was there anything from that fight that you guys worked on since then?
Roman, ¿lograste ver la pelea de Leo contra el australiano Jason Maloney, hermano de Andrew Maloney? ¿Qué sentí que mejorado y qué sentí que pasó esa pelea?
Las peleas son iguales, pero en este campamento van mucho mejor que otro campamento.
He believes that not every fight is the same. What happened in that fight is that he had only a 2-week notice. He believes that in this fight, they are a lot more prepared and they will come out with a victory.
Thanks, Roman. Thank you so much for the time.
Thanks very much, Carlos.
Thank you.
Carlos and Chocolatito, it appears as if we're done for now. We thank you very much for joining us. It's been a special treat to have you speak with us today, and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bernie. Be well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.